حسين 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 يا 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 حسين
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Salam to all of you, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the 6th episode of Story of Karbala. In this episode and coming episodes, we'll try to shine some light about some of the persons, people who were around Imam Hussain, supporting him in this huge move of Karbala, through this battle and before this battle and after the battle. So we'll start with this great lady, al-Baneen. al-Baneen, her name is called Fatima bint Hizam. She is a wife of Imam Ali, the father of Imam Hussain. She is the mother of Abbas and his brothers, Awn wa Uthman wa Ja'far. This lady, who is the mother of these great people, was one of the big supporters of Imam Hussain, to the extent that she asked her sons to die before their Imam Hussain to defend the religion. This lady, when Imam Ali first get married to her name is Fatima, exactly the same name of Fatima, the mother of Imam Hussain and the daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him. When Imam Ali was calling her and the people calling her Fatima, Imam Hassan Hussain was having the emotion and remembering their mothers. So when she noticed this, she asked Imam Ali not to call her by her name, but to call her al-Baneen, the mother of the sons. And this is to trying to avoid anything that will create emotion for the two Imams, Hassan and Hussein, and their sister Zainab. Now, when she get her first son, Abbas, she raised him and asked him to love his brothers, Imam Hassan and Hussein. He was so much attached to them, but more to Imam Hussain. And the history and the future was uncovering this fact. When Imam Ali told her that her son will die before his brother in the battle of Karbala, what was her response? Probably some other ladies will say, why should he die for his brother? Let his brother die by himself, and he should be and shall be saved. She refused. She says he should go for that. Not only this, she also pushed for her other sons. Her eldest son, Abbas, was only 34 years of age at the time of the battle. The other sons were even younger, 27, 25, and 21 years of age. So the youngest one was only almost 1 year when his father, Imam Ali, was assassinated. Yet, she raised her children with their brothers, Imam Hassan and Hussein, and taught them how to love them, taught them how to be good people, and she asked them to go and fight for Imam Hussain and his religion. This is how great. Not only this, when the news came back and Bishr ibn Hadlam entered Medina to tell their people that Imam Hussain was killed and all the other people. When he first announced this, the people started crying, and then an old lady came in and she went near him and asked him about Imam Hussain. And he was so much influenced by her luck. He asked, who's this lady? They told him, she's al-Banin, the mother of Abbas and his brothers. He told her, then your son Ja'far was killed. She says, I did not ask you about Ja'far. I asked you about Imam Hussain. He says, then Uthman, Abdullah, and then finally he told her Abbas was killed. She was carrying the son of Abbas, Al-Fadl. The son fell down from her lap, but she told him, I did not ask you about my sons. I did ask you about my Imam. What happened to him? And then he told her the bad news, that Imam Hussain was killed. When he told her this, she started crying. See how this lady was looking for her religion, Imam, not as the usual stepmother who will have some problems with her stepchildren, or acting in such a way. She was acting and behaving as a real Muslim that believing in her Imam. Yet, this lady, see how great she is, how she supports this move with all of her children, and was not enough that even herself was asking and sharing with Zainab later on after they come in this great move. Another person was also involved in this area was Habib ibn Mudahir al-Asadi. Habib is considered one of the Sahaba, i.e. one of the people who saw the Prophet, listened to his hadith, and was lucky in this manner. This man was, after the Prophet Muhammad became with Imam Ali, Imam Ali told him that you will be killed in the battle as Shaheed. He was not killed. After the war of Jamal, war of Siffin, war of Nahrawan, the three wars with Imam Ali, he was not killed. He was not became Shaheed. And he came crying to Imam Ali that you told me I will be Shaheed, yet I have been not killed. See how this man is seeking for the heaven. He was looking for his real future, not in this life, but in the other life. And Imam Ali gave him the good news. You will be killed, but not now. You will be killed in a better place and more difficult time. You will be killed in Karbala with my son, Imam Hussain. This man, when Imam Hussain arrived to Karbala, sent a letter to him. As we mentioned before, Kufa was filled with soldiers and guards preventing people coming in or out to try to help Imam Hussain. When this messenger came to him, his wife told him, what you are going to do? He says, what shall I do? I should stay. He was trying to hide. And then one of his cousins came to him and asked him, Habib, you are not going to help Imam Hussain? He says, why should we go to help him? This is a fight between Hussain and Yazid. And the man was so pleased, and he says that what I was expecting from you to be like this. And Habib was aware that if he declared that he's going to Imam Hussain, all of his effort to go there will be shut down and he might be killed before going there. His wife insisted that he go, and she told him, if you do not go, take my clothes, I'll take your clothes, and I will go to help Imam Hussain. Before that, he was in the market trying to shop for some henna to stain his beard. And his cousin Muslim ibn Awsaja was there, and he told him, Habib, you are not aware what's going on? He says, no. He says, haven't you seen all of these people and everybody's preparing to fight for Imam Hussein and against him? Habib was so much affected, and then he prepared himself after all of this and sent his slave with his horse outside toward the farms as if he's going for a picnic. And he told him, just wait for me there. And he was slowly and secretly went out and arrived there to take his horse and go to Imam Hussein. When he arrived, he was listening because he was delayed, that the slave was telling the horse, if my master did not show up, I will take you and go to Imam Hussein to help him. Habib cried for this situation. Then he ride the horse and asked his slave, says, you are free, you are liberated, you can go anywhere. And he told him, this is not right, this is not real justice. You go with Imam Hussein and you will be killed and you go to heaven as a shaheed, and you let me go into this life? No, I will go with you and I will fight with you. Habib was so happy with him, he took him. And when they arrived to Imam Hussein was preparing a special raya for Habib. And not only this, he sent his brother Abbas and his son Ali, the eldest Al-Akbar, to welcome Habib. And all of the people in the camp were so happy and welcoming Habib. And Zainab in her tent heard the noise, and she sent for Ali Al-Akbar, told him, my nephew, what's happening? He told her, Habib came to help my father, Imam Hussein. She told him, say salam to him. When Ali Al-Akbar went back to him, he told him, Uncle Habib, my auntie Zainab saying salam to you. He started crying because already Imam Ali told him about this situation, what's happening to him and what's happening to Zainab, and she will be taken very bad situation, very bad treatment from Karbala to Al-Kufa and then to Damascus, Asham, and back in very difficult situation without one of her family with her. He asked a permission from Imam Hussein to say salam and greet Zainab. Imam Hussein gave him the permission. He went and sat just in the front of the tent of Zainab and said salam. And then he put his head between his legs and started crying. And he was saying a big sigh, Ahin liwajdik ya Zainab, that you will have very difficult time after our death. She told him, that's what my brother told me last night, what I will face after his death and your death in general. And then he went back and he fight. During the fight, just before Imam Hussein was about to pray, somebody came and he says, this prayer is not accepted from you, Hussein. And he says, it is not accepted from the grandson of the Prophet and will be accepted from you. And they start fighting with swords and Habib killed him. And then they start fighting him. He killed 62 people, even though he was very old. And then somebody hit him in his head, and then they killed him and cut his head. This is one example of a man fighting for his future. We think the future is in this life, but how old we are going to live in this life? Tell me, 50 years, 60 years, maximum 100 years, and then what? Everybody going to die and going to go to the other life. In the other life, how long we are going to stay? We know by the fact from the Quran, by the fact from other things, that we are going to live forever. So if you compare something to infinity in math, this is considered also infinity. So there is no comparison between the length of this life and the length of the other life. The smart one is going for the longer life, i.e., it's like somebody who's renting a house for a day, and then he's preparing to move to a permanent house where he will stay in this house and live. Would you spend all your money and your effort to enjoy that day, or you prepare to move all of your furniture, money, and things for the house you are going to live forever? This is our situation with this life. If we look to this life as we should enjoy having the best of everything, and then what? You can die from anything. Little disease can kill you. If you choke, you can die. If you have little fever and some aggressive virus, you can die. If you have something else, you will die. You might die by car accident. You might die just only by old age and other diseases. And then what? Is this the life we are looking for? Just being here for a few years, just a few decades of life, and that's it? Is this the way how we should practice as a believer of Allah and God? Allah told us this life is only the first life. You will have another life, and that one is forever. And you will be rewarded if you are bad with hell, if you are good with heaven. And shall everybody be before God in the judgment day. Now, for anybody, he should do his best to be practicing in the life and to end his life in the best manner. Habib was one of the people who lived his life between the Prophet, peace be upon him, Imam Ali, Imam Hussain, and Imam Hussain, aiming for his other life, the one who is going to stay forever. And when it comes to the other life, he ended in the best way ever could happen. He died as Shaheed in front of Imam Hussain. As Imam Ali was saying, they are the best, and some of the other Imam says they are the best and the luckiest shuhada ever happened. No one can get to their level. Why? Because when they died and fight against a huge army. They fight against the whole society which was not following the Islam. Almost most of the people, they revert back from Islam. The real Islam is not like just a prayer, reading Quran and fasting Ramadan. It is a spirit of the Islam to apply. The Prophet, peace be upon him, he says, I came to have the good behavior for the people and to apply it. Now, if these people did not fight with Imam Hussain, what would happen in this life? The Islam will be killed. Only the shell of the religion will be. And this is how we should act and should behave, like that man, as the good example of what we should do in this life and apply it in our daily life, and you will find that there is a place for application for such a thing. This is salam from me, and we'll see you in the next episode of the story of Karbala, and we'll continue to see and discover these great people that we have in this battle and in this move. See you then.